What is going on, everybody? It's your boy TFG here, coming back at you with another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be talking about villager trading. We're going to talk about some basics, and then we're going to get into every single different villager profession. We're going to talk about their unique characteristics, and we're going to talk about all of their trades. In the end, I'll take you down to that board and I'll tell you guys what I think are the best trades in the game. Let's go ahead and get started. There are 7 biomes in Minecraft that can spawn villagers, and these villagers will all look a little different. You'll still get all of the different professions in each biome, but like for example, this savanna biome, all these guys have red long sleeve shirts, so they're all just going to look a little bit different in each biome. There are 15 total professions. 2 of these are kind of weird. One of them is a nitwit that will never choose a real profession. He wakes up late, he does whatever he wants. And then the other one is unemployed. The unemployed villager has yet to choose a job site block. Next, let's talk about some more basics. We have level 1 through 5 trades. Each villager, the more you trade with them, you will unlock higher level trades. You have novice, apprentice, journeyman, expert, and then finally you have master. They usually get better as they go. If you trade an item too much, the demand goes down. So 26 potatoes, ignore that this is crossed out and discounted. We'll talk about that in a little bit. 26 potatoes for an emerald. If I did this trade a bunch of times, it would go up to 27 and then 28. It would cost me more each time because the demand goes down. Resupplying trades. The other thing you need to know about doing the same trade over and over again is that right here you will get a large X. That just means that the supply of this bread is out for this farmer. He can no longer do this trade until he resupplies. Each villager can resupply up to 2 times a day by visiting their job site block. There are 2 ways to get discounts on villagers. The first way is getting the hero of the village discount. That is by starting a raid in a village, finishing the raid, and you will now have hero of the village, and every villager will offer you a discount on every single trade. The second way requires a little bit more work but is better. This is going to be from curing zombie villagers. Now, this is a regular villager. I have not cured him. He's going to offer me, this is a cartographer villager, he's going to offer me 1 emerald for 24 paper. If I come over here, you'll see there's a 1 here. I made this guy a zombie and then cured him 1 time, and you go from 24 paper to 19 paper. Pretty good discount, but it can get even better. If you cure a villager 4 times, he will offer you 1 for 1. So this is really nice to have. It's a lot of work. You have to put your game mode on hard, bring a zombie in, let him attack your villager. Once he's a zombie villager, get that other zombie out of the way. Then you need to throw a splash potion of weakness on your villager and then grab a golden apple and feed it to him. Wait a couple minutes and he will be cured. You got to do that 4 times and you will get the max level trades. Pretty useful to know though, and also useful to know, remember a minute ago we saw that there was a discount here. This discount came from me curing. I was curing a lot of villagers, testing different things. So as I cured them, each time this will go from 26 to 25, 25 to 24, and each time it will go down 1 or 2 or 1, and typically I think it's just 1 at a time. And so curing zombie villagers not only makes it cheaper for the one you're curing, but also makes it cheaper for the other guys that are within range of that guy you're curing. So super handy to know. Let's go ahead and get into all of the different job site blocks and their unique characteristics. First guy we have is the farmer. He uses a composter and he's going to trade with crops and natural foods, and he's going to be wearing a straw hat. Let's go ahead and talk about his trades. His trades are, for the most part, all related to food. His last trade, he'll give you glistering melon, which is okay, good for healing potions and potions of weakness, but really where this guy shines is melons and pumpkins. You can just make an automatic melon and pumpkin farm, and this guy will give you emeralds infinitely. Super nice to have. You know, he'll run out sometimes, but you can just make a couple of them and you can get so many emeralds. Next, we have the fisherman. He uses the barrel as his job site block. He's going to trade with campfires and fishing items, and he wears a fisher hat. Now, personally, I think these guys are kind of in the useless category. You can get enchanted bows better than this from fishing. You know, you can get fish from fishing very easily. These are expensive. It's a lot of fish for emeralds. You know, really, these guys are kind of useless. Next, we have the shepherd. He's going to use a loom. He's going to trade with shears, wools, dyes, beds, and paintings. He wears a brown hat and a white apron. You'll see here that the shepherd, I believe, also falls into the useless category. These trades are pretty much, you don't really need any of these unless you have a flower farm and you have a lot of dyes available. Really, this guy, there are much better ways to get emeralds, and there are much better ways to get like shears and paintings and banners. Like, you really don't need this guy. Next, we have a Fletcher. The Fletcher is actually pretty good. He's going to trade with bows, crossbows, arrows, and archery ingredients. You'll see here that arrows, I have minus luck. So he will not trade you luck arrows, but he will trade you regular arrows and all the rest of the enchanted arrows. He's going to be wearing a feather hat. So you'll see he's got a little feather. It's kind of hard to show you. He's got a little white feather on the right side of his hat. And you'll see here that this guy's actually pretty good for a couple of reasons. First things first, he's going to trade you arrows. If you don't have a skeleton spawner trap, this is going to be a super nice way to get arrows. Also, he will trade you enchanted arrows. So, you know, it's super nice to have this guy around. You can get a couple of them and get a couple different types of enchanted arrows. But finally, he will also trade you emeralds for sticks. Just like the farmer guy with melons and pumpkins for emeralds, this guy, sticks for emeralds, super good trade, super easy to get sticks. So especially with discounts, you can get quite a lot of emeralds from this guy. So arrows, enchanted arrows, arrow ingredients if you want to make arrows, and sticks for emeralds. This guy's actually really underrated, really good. Next, we have the Cleric Villager. He's going to trade with magic items, redstone dust, enchanting, and potion ingredients. He wears a purple apron, and he also has a creeper cloak. You can kind of see he has a creeper face on his cloak. If you go to trade with him, you'll see that I think this guy is super useful. You can get all sorts of ingredients for potion making. You can also get ender pearls and bottles of enchanting, which are super useful to have around. So overall, I think this guy is pretty unique because most of his ingredients are useful. Next, we have an interesting little thing here. The three of these guys, I believe together, are insane. On their own, they're not really the best. But if you have three of these guys, they are pretty awesome, and I'll tell you why. We have the weaponsmith, the armor, and the toolsmith. The three of these guys together will give you diamond weapons, diamond armor, and diamond tools. And they're essentially free because we've already gone over 2 ways to get emeralds very fast, and we're going to go over even more, and we'll talk about the best ways in the end. So with your free emeralds, you can essentially get free diamond armor, weapons, and tools with these guys. Pretty sweet to have all three of them. And let's go ahead and talk about some specifics. The first guy is our weaponsmith. He uses a grindstone. He's going to trade with minerals, bells, and enchanted weapons. And he's going to be wearing an eye patch and a black apron. We'll go over here. We'll check out these trades. All three of them are going to trade coal and iron for their first trade. And then this guy's going to have flint. Another guy has flint, and another guy has a bucket of lava. So they're very similar on their first 3 trades. But then down here at the bottom, the weaponsmith will give you weapons. The armor will give you armor, and the toolsmith will give you your tools. So the three of these guys, very similar, very similar. Their first trades aren't that good, but their last trades, once you get them maxed out, very, very good. You'll see that this guy, the armor, he uses a blast furnace, foundry items, chains, and then iron and enchanted diamond armor. He's going to be wearing a welding mask. Our next guy is the toolsmith. He uses the smithing table, minerals, bells, harvest tools, and black apron. So he's gonna be wearing a black apron. The three of these guys, I think, are a powerhouse together. It's really cool to have, especially at the beginning of the game when you need diamonds. It'll save you a lot of diamonds if you can go ahead and get a bunch of emeralds. Next, we have arguably the best villager in the game. It is the librarian villager. He's gonna use a lectern. He's gonna trade with paper, bookshelves, and enchanted books. He wears eyeglasses and a book hat. Eyeglasses, book hat. You'll see that if we click him, you know, he'll give you bookshelves, which are cool, and he's got name tags, ink sacks, but really what's good is this right here. He will give you enchanted books. I recommend making a trading hall for villagers and then making an entire second one for librarian villagers, because you can get every book in the game. You can get power, you know, high level power, high level unbreaking, efficiency, fortune. Really the main one is going to be mending. Most people, that's what they're going for here with the librarians. They want a mending librarian. There are a lot of really good books you want to have access to, so this guy right here is going to give you the best armor, weapons, and tools in the game because he can help you enchant them with awesome abilities. So next we have the cartographer villager. He uses the cartography table, of course. He's going to trade with papers, maps, compasses, banners, and a banner pattern, and he wears a golden monocle. This guy is mainly for emeralds, but he will also give you a banner pattern, which is kind of cool, I guess. But really the rest of these trades are kind of It's just this one right here, glass panes for emeralds. Another guy really good for getting emeralds. Don't worry, I'm gonna have all these in the end where you get to see the best of the best. So don't worry if you're forgetting which guys are good for emeralds and which guys are good for trades. This right here, glass panes for emeralds, super nice. This is just sand, guys. You literally just go to the desert with a shovel, which is the fastest tool, and just fill up a shulker box or fill up your inventory with sand, and you have a boatload of emeralds. Next we have, in my opinion, another useless villager, the leather worker. He uses a cauldron. He's going to trade with scoots, rabbit hide, and leather related items, brown apron, and brown gloves. I really think this guy is another useless one. He's just going to trade you a bunch of leather stuff, which you really don't need. So yeah, so next one we have the butcher. He's going to use the smoker. He's going to trade you meats like rabbit stews, steaks. He's going to trade sweet berries, and he's also going to trade with dried kelp blocks. He has a red headband and a white apron like a chef. This guy, sweet berries for emeralds is not bad. There are some better ones, but that's another one you can use to get emeralds. And also this guy's for food. So if you don't have a source of food, there are a lot of ways to get easy food in Minecraft. But if you don't have one, this guy is actually really good for food. I don't have this guy mentioned in my best villagers thing at the end, but he is still really good. If you don't have a way of getting food, this guy is going to be what you're going to want to set up. A couple of those guys and you'll be good to go. Right here is our mason. He's going to use the stone cutter. He's going to trade you polished stones, glazed terracotta, that's why I have a G there, and quartz, different things of quartz, black apron, and black gloves. Now, the reason you want one of these guys is if you're a heavy builder. Most of the time, people don't really mess with these guys, but it will be nice if you're not near a mesa, you can get some terracotta. And if you don't want to deal with going to the nether and getting quartz, you can get some different types of quartz from this guy. So this guy is really more of an opinion. If you want him, I don't usually include him, but you can do that. Our last two guys, we have our nitwit, and then we have another nitwit here to show our unemployed guy, because I can't get an unemployed guy here. He just picks a block immediately. So our nitwit, not applicable. That is because he does not have a job site block. He will never have a job site block. He has no trades, and he always wears a green coat. Always going to have a green coat. If you see a villager with a green coat, just keep moving, because he's not going to be able to trade you anything. Next, we have our last guy, which is unemployed. He's just an undecided guy, so he will have a job site block. And right now he's going to give you no trades until employed, and he's going to wear the base biome clothing. So in the savanna biome here, they all have red long sleeve shirts. The unemployed guy in this biome would have a red long sleeve shirt, but then a plain outfit with just basically like the biome outfit. So let's go ahead and finish this video off with the best trades, in my opinion, in the game. First things first, we have trades for emeralds, and then we'll come over here and do trade goods. Emeralds, you have cartographer is going to give you glass panes for emeralds, which is insane, or he will give you emeralds for glass panes, I mean. The Fletcher will give you emeralds for sticks, and the farmer will give you emeralds for melons and pumpkins. So remember also that the butcher will give you emeralds for sweet berries. I guess that's really an honorable mention. It's not bad, but these are all better than that. Trade goods. Best one in the game by far, librarian's going to give you enchanted books. Get yourself a mending librarian right off the bat. Get a couple good ones, efficiency on breaking, some good ones right off the bat, and you will be set. Next, we have the three of these together. Toolsmith, armor, and weaponsmith will give you literally free diamonds. I mean, all you gotta do is get emeralds with these methods here, and you have free diamond weapons, armors, and tools. And if you don't like the enchantment, put it in a grindstone, and it has no enchantment. Fletcher is going to give you arrows, enchanted arrows, regular arrows, arrow ingredients, super nice to have. And remember, the Fletcher also very good for emeralds. So Fletcher's actually super underrated, super good. And finally, we have the cleric. He's going to give you ender pearls, bottles of enchanting, but also remember, enchanting ingredients and potion ingredients. So it's also a super nice guy to have. These are the best ones in the game, in my opinion. Of course, if there are more that I didn't put, definitely put it in the comments. If there's anything I missed, absolutely put it in the comments. Thank you guys very much for watching. If this video helped you out, maybe leave a like. That would help me out. And then, of course, if you want to see more from me, stick around with the channel and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, have a good one.